What up everyone, it's Ketan Singh here and I'm back with a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about Detective Pikachu. I saw this movie with my mother because she's a big Pokemon Go fan. She's been playing the game since my sister and I got her into it. And since then, me and my sister have actually stopped playing the game. But she's carried on and she's really gotten into the Pokemon universe, especially just really surrounding Pokemon Go. But when this movie was announced and when she saw the trailer, she wanted to go watch it. And we saw this movie actually the day before Mother's Day. So we bought her go, paid for the ticket, me, my sister, and my mom. We went and watched the movie, and it was a really good movie. It was in no way groundbreaking, but it was entertaining at least. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was something I was kind of afraid of. I could believe him as Pikachu for some reason. The movie itself also has Justin Smith, or Justice, I can't remember his name, but the main character of Tim. And, I didn't really like the actor because I'm pretty sure he's in Jurassic World. And I didn't really like that movie all that much. He wasn't that special in that movie. But, he does a pretty good job here. He's over the top at times. But at the same time, his on-screen partner, the reporter, I can't remember her name. But she actually is over the top quite a bit. And at times it's used for goofy moments in a sense where it's kind of making fun of the trope and the idea, because she is an intern trying to be a reporter, so she doesn't really know how to report things. So it's kind of funny how she's going over the top at times. But talking about things that are funny, Ryan Reynolds, Detective Pikachu, is amazing. Honestly, the jokes, I laughed, I'd say 80% of the time I laughed at what Detective Pikachu said. The climate change joke, all the jokes about Tim having a crush on the reporter girl, it's so amazing. And the Pokemon themselves, in the movie and the trailers, we saw the Pokemon looked great. They had the casting call tidbit of the video they released, and you can see different kind of Pokemon. You can see Trico, who's my personal favorite Pokemon. And, when you see them in the movie, it's even better because you see all these Pokemon interacting with humans in these cool scenes. And then when you see Tim trying to talk to Pikachu, but then all these humans are like, what the hell is he doing? He's talking to Pikachu. You hear Ludicolo say Ludicolo in such a funny way. You see Jigglypuff sing to someone who's falling asleep. And, I see Trico so many times in this movie. I love it. So that whole nostalgia part of this movie nails it right. It is amazing. But the story is what lets the film down for the most part. It's kind of cliche, and at times the CGI, especially for Mewtwo, I'd say in the final battle, wasn't the best. I think this film and the director and the writer and whoever was working on this film knew that the film had to be reliant on more of the nostalgic area and had to nail those parts right, because the story, in a sense, would come second. And yes, that does hold back the film in a sense of the film aspect, but in a sense of an entertaining and enjoyable movie, I would rewatch this movie, not necessarily in cinemas, but I would rewatch it. And with the nostalgia that they also had this really good moment, 2 good moments where they actually played the original Pokemon anime theme in the background without the lyrics, and it was just the instrumental playing, and I recognized it. I'm sure almost everyone recognized it, and it was really cool. And obviously later in the movie, Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu sings the song as well, and it's just so lovely to see that. There's also a few Pokemon battle themes in there, and I really enjoyed them putting in those little tidbits. With that all said and done, this movie is entertaining. The CGI is good, I'd say, for 80% of the time. The climate change joke, the jokes with the girl, pretty much everything, the stapler, everything with Detective Pikachu is near perfect. And I really found this movie enjoyable, although at times taken out a little bit from when the CGI, especially when someone was carrying Pikachu, not when Pikachu was on the shoulder but trying to carry them, took me out of the film. One last thing I want to quickly say was that the Mr. Mime scene was amazing. I loved it so much and everyone was laughing. The cinema, I thought it would be filled with children, but it was filled with mostly adults, people who recognized the Pokemon, and that's what I really enjoyed. With that all said and done, I would give this movie for now a 6 out of 10. I don't really see how it can be much higher because the story and the execution of certain parts really let the film down. But the fact that this film was made and how good 90%, 99% of the Pokemon look really elevates this film. The film is entertaining and it really hits that nostalgia points. That's why it gets a 6 out of 10 for me.